Welcome to Cat and Jess Talk the Best, where we're going to talk about IMDb's top 250 movies from April 12th, 2018. My name is Kat.
And I'm Jess.
And today we're talking about number 241, Paris, Texas, which is a drama from 1984. This movie has an 8.1 on 67,323 votes. The spoiler-free synopsis. Travis is wandering through the Texas desert, a bit shaky and in desperate need of water, when he stumbles into a bar and collapses. A German doctor of dubious credentials finds a phone number in Travis's wallet, which belongs to his brother Walt. Walt is shocked to hear about his brother's condition, since no one in the family has seen or heard from Travis in 4 years. Walt flies to Texas to bring him home, only to find Travis wandering by the side of the road, and they begin the long drive back to L.A., where Walt lives with his wife, Anne, and Hunter, Travis's 7-year-old son. At first, Travis refuses to speak and is oddly distant, but in time, he begins to talk again, and when he arrives in California, he begins the painful process of reacquainting himself with his son and trying to reconcile with his wife, Jane.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's a good synopsis for the film. So, it was directed by Wim Wenders. He's a German director. He's done Wings of Desire, Far Away, So Close, Submergence, and of course, this film, Paris, Texas. It stars Harry Dean Stanton, Natasha Kinski, and Dean Stockwell.
Yep.
Those are the main ones.
Rotten Tomatoes, the average rating was an 8.3. 97% of critics liked it. This is on 30 critical reviews, 29 fresh and 1 rotten. The consensus: a quiet yet deeply moving kind of Western, Paris, Texas captures a place and a people like never before or after.
How is that a Western?
It's the German version of a Western.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't write that. I copied it.
I don't know how it's a Western, but
IMDb
okay.
classified it as a drama, so...
Yeah, it's not a Western.
It says kind of Western.
I guess if you put it in, the west part of the United States, that's about it.
I mean, it's west of Germany.
Alright, you got me there.
Sorry about the fireworks. People are stupid. Alright, so the budget for this film was actually in pounds or euros. One of the two. Mm-hmm. It was the funky L symbol. I don't know what that one is. I think it's pounds.
Probably.
But it was 1,162,000 pounds. The opening weekend, it made $22,709. And my guess is that was the opening weekend in the UK, because that's where it opened first. And in total, it made in the US was $2,181,987. And I do not know how that compares to pounds. You're getting the other word.
I don't know. I mean, we do dollars here.
I could have looked it up, but I was too lazy yesterday.
Laziness has been running rampant lately.
That was all the information on the money that I could find. This was not a very popular film. It did win 16 awards, however. At the BAFTA Awards, it won Best Direction. At their Bavarian Film Awards, it won Best Cinematography. It also has the word cinematography in, my guess, is German.
I don't know.
It's a possibility it's German.
Okay.
I don't really know. I definitely don't know what that one is. The Bodil Awards Best European Film. It won a lot of Best Director, because a lot of these are in different languages. Another Best Foreign Film. More Best Foreign Films. In the German Camera Awards, it won Feature Film. In the German Film Awards, Outstanding Feature Film, it won silver. In the Guild of German Art House Cinemas, it won the Guild Film Award silver for the German film. In the London Critics Circle Film Awards, it got Film of the Year. Okay, whoever voted for that's an idiot. The National Board of Review won top 10 films. And then 2 more best foreign films.
Yeah.
And your initial thoughts?
Honestly, I feel like this could have been a way shorter film than the almost 2.5 hour runtime.
Yeah.
I felt like it was dragged out quite a bit. And I don't know where that Western thing's still bugging me. That's the only thing that's bugging me. The Western thing. It's not a Western.
Maybe in Germany it's a Western.
Germans don't know nothing about Westerns then. U.S. Westerns.
They didn't say it was a U.S. Western, they just said it was a Western.
Don't know better.
I agree, it's not a Western, but it's a kind of Western.
Yeah, whatever.
I hated it. I was playing on my phone for half the movie.
I know, I watched her. I was trying not to fall asleep too much either. It dragged on.
Yes. It was stupid. The bits of Texas that we saw was wrong. We did find my hometown on a map, though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You actually paused it. You're like, wait, there.
At one point it was under his finger, but then he moved his finger and we found it.
Yep.
Which I actually only lived about 2 to 3 hours away from Paris, Texas. But this is called Paris, Texas, but they never fucking go to Paris, Texas.
Yeah. I was like, are we ever going there? You never.
They are down southwest near the border, and then they're also down in Houston. And those are the only bits of Texas you see. And Houston was okay for the 80s. I wasn't alive in the 80s, so
yeah.
I can only imagine what it was like from when I saw it going backwards. So my guess is that's about what it was. But the rest of Texas is not a fucking desert.
No, it's not.
There is a desert in Texas, but it's not all a desert.
No,
And
Texas is big.
And from what they were showing, it was all a desert.
That's all Texas is, apparently.
To people that have never been there, yeah, it's a desert.
Desert.
But still, I hated it. It's a stupid movie. I'm sorry if you watched it. I hated it. I'm sorry if you liked it. I'm sorry that I didn't like it and you did.
Yeah. Just wasn't our cup of tea, I guess. I don't know.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Alright, that was your warning. If you haven't watched the film yet, then stop listening until you've watched the movie. Alright, you want to start?
Okay, so it starts off with, we're guessing this is the main character. It starts with a guy, he's like in the desert in a suit, and he's got a red baseball cap.
Which, in that point in time, and before that, and probably even now, when they're filming the desert in Texas, they're actually in California.
Yeah.
Because that was definitely California.
Yeah, that part was California. So he's walking, drinking out of it was like a jug. Like
a milk jug.
Of water, and he runs out of water, so he goes to this bar, they say.
Well, he finds first, I guess he is at the bar, because he's next to a fence, and there's, a spigot outside, and he's trying to get water out of that, and then he sees the building, and he goes in the building. Why did you go to the building in the first place?
Yeah. Goes in, looks around, opens a fridge up, and there's a bunch of beer in there. Cerveza. That's what it was. Then he sees, the ice thing, and grabs a bunch of ice.
Yep.
And he passes out, right?
Yep. And then the next thing you see is he wakes up in what looks like a coroner's office. That's what I thought it was. It looked like a
it's
coroner's
some
office.
shady doctor's office. That's what it seemed like.
And the coroner, I'm going to call him the coroner, even though I don't think he actually was.
Nah.
He's talking to the guy, trying to get him to talk, and like examining him and putting shit in his ear.
And a German accent, too.
Yes, he was
Yes.
German.
That was a touch of Germany right there.
And then he finds a business card in the guy's wallet and calls that number. And it turns out to be the guy's brother,
Yup.
who lives in LA, which you can't really tell at the time when he calls.
Yeah, that's true.
You find that out a little bit later. Once he goes and picks up his brother, he's like, "We're going back to LA."
Yeah.
He's like, "But I want to go to Paris, Texas."
Oh, that's funny.
And he doesn't talk till, what, 30 minutes into the movie almost?
That's one of my trivia things. It's 26 minutes into the film. He doesn't talk. You're like, oh, come on. Say something!
There was one point where he was talking, it was like right before he talked, he goes, Walt, that's his brother's name, he goes, "I can be quiet too, you know."
And she yelled, well, why don't you?
I was already done with the movie at this point.
Not even 20-something minutes in.
Yeah, I was done.
Yeah.
Done. So they go to the airport,
Oh, yeah.
and they're getting on the plane, and Travis is like he's not really throwing a fit
You just kind of
before
like...
they get there. He's like, "Why do I have to go on a plane?"
doesn't
You mean
like
leave the ground?
Yeah. Doesn't like planes, I guess. I mean, they had the planes, like, stop and
Yeah.
get off.
They stopped the plane. And then they went back to the rental car and had to get the exact same car. Like, why do you need the exact same? I was in the same boat as the lady. Like, why do you need the same car? They are all the same.
Yeah.
You don't need the exact same car that you were just driving.
Yeah, he's a little weird about that.
Yeah.
That was weird. But yeah, they have to drive, instead of flying, they have to drive
2 days.
2 days to LA.
Yep. With no seatbelts. They did not wear their seatbelts.
Yeah, I didn't see any seatbelts.
Oh, I saw them. They were behind them.
Ha!
They were in the car.
You paid that much attention to know that there were seatbelts. I didn't. You were trying to focus at that point.
Yeah, I had put down my phone at that point and was paying attention again.
Oh, so he was, like, when they're driving, he explains, like, wants to go to Paris, Texas, because he bought some land there, and
Yep.
how his dad said he met his mom there, and he always made the joke that he met her in Paris,
Yeah.
and not, then he said Texas.
Yeah. Like, waited a couple seconds and then said Texas. Which you can do that with a lot of different countries in Texas. Well, like cities in different countries. Because there's like Greece, Athens, Palestine. There's all kinds of different... There's even a Colorado, Texas. And a Colorado City, Texas.
Which is weird.
There's also a... There's a London and an Italy.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
There's quite a few. When you promised your girl a tour of Europe, but your wallet says you can't afford plane tickets.
So you go to Texas
So,
and drive around.
There's Edinburgh, Stockholm, New Brunswick, Fredericksburg, London, Florence, New Sweden, Holland, Dublin, Newcastle, Rome, Italy, Athens. Palestine is right there near Athens. Paris, Manchester, Naples, Geneva, Belgrade, Netherlands, and Liverpool. Those are all in Texas.
So you could just go to Texas if you want to say, oh, I've been to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Then you pause and you're like, Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, so many bad jokes you can make with that.
Here's your list of all the weird-ass names. So, if you want to go to Bacon, Texas, or Noodle, or Oatmeal, or Turkey, or Trout, these are literally names of towns in Texas. And no, I have never been to any of the, I've been to Sugarland. I've been there.
There's a Rice, Texas.
There's a Klondike, Texas, which I believe that one should be in the, food one.
Oh, yeah. When I think of a Klondike, I think of the
There's
ice
a
cream.
Miami, Reno, Pasadena. There's a Egypt, Texas, Ireland, Texas.
There's a lot of cities in Texas.
White House, Texas. These aren't even all the cities. These are just the funky named ones. There's a Blanket, Texas. Venus and Mars.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
There's an Elmo and a
oh,
Kermit.
I've been to Elmo.
Kermit!
Elmo's not that far from me, actually. It's like
It's far. Oh, I like Kermit.
30 minutes.
Kermit the Frog.
There's Cut and Shoot, Gun Barrel, Hoop and Holler, Ding Dong, and Mule Shoe.
Texas has some weird names.
Yep. There's also Dime Box and Old Dime Box and Telephone and Telegraph.
Why is there a dime box and an old dime box?
Well, one's older than the other one.
I figured that, but
They didn't want to do what everybody else did, like New Jersey, New York. They want to do.
Oy. Texas people, man.
I lived in Terrell. That's where I lived.
Which is near Dallas.
Yep. It's about an hour from Dallas.
So, they go to LA.
Yep.
Finally, and they go...
After visiting all the towns in Texas.
After visiting all the towns in Texas. They go to Walt's house and...
Except for Paris.
Yeah, I know. I'll bet the whole damn movie's named Paris, Texas. But anyways.
Yeah.
They go to Walt's house and we find out, that it's Travis is the main character's name. And
Yep.
he sees a son. He has a son.
7, almost 8-year-old son.
Yep. He says his son will be 8 in January.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep. And then you spend a lot of time at the house for no freaking reason. One thing I did like, though, or like write down, was Travis wanted to walk Hunter, which is the kid. He wanted to walk him home from school.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he's out there waiting for him. And Hunter, like, leans over to his friend and whispers, "Can I come home with you?" And the other kid whispers, "Sure." Like, why the hell are you whispering? He's across the fucking street. He can't hear you anyways.
Can hear. Trying to be slick. But again, they're 7-year-olds.
I don't care.
Just saying, 7-year-olds are not the smartest. I did this is like the one thing I liked in this, is that, because I recognized it immediately. Kat's like, what the hell is that song? And he's like doing the dishes, he's singing Las Mañanitas, which is a birthday song in the Hispanic culture.
Gotcha.
And so it made me kind of sad, actually, because my grandmother, who passed away a couple months ago, she loved that song. So that's why I was like, stupid songs making me sad.
Gotcha.
That's why. Yeah.
I'd never heard it before.
It's a beautiful song. It is.
And then Travis is trying to look like a father. So he has the maid help him look like a father. That was like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, cause I was like, hey, I have an apron just like that. I did mention that because she has one just like I do, and I was like, oh, cool. Except my grandma made mine, so
You don't know, she could have made hers.
probably.
Well, I mean, the character could have made hers.
There you
I
go.
highly doubt the actress made it.
Probably not. But yeah, I know there's some home films they show too.
Yep. Hunter doesn't want to watch them because he's already seen them.
He's acting like a bratty little 7-year-old.
Yep. But when they're over, he goes and says goodnight to Travis.
He calls him Dad.
Yep.
Which I thought was kind
He
of
says
cute.
goodnight, Dad.
Oh, then there's the part where Anne, which is Walt's wife,
yeah.
talks to Travis about what was happening. About Jane. Jane is Travis's wife. Yeah, wife, and Hunter's mom.
Yep.
So she was saying how that she pretty much gave Hunter up to them, and
Which you don't find out why until
later,
the last, 20 minutes of the movie.
where main character is dying. But we,
So then Travis wants to go find Jane
because she sends money
once a month
in
to Hunter, for Hunter.
for Hunter to a bank account
Yep.
from Houston, Texas.
Yep.
So,
And so Hunter finds out that Travis is going and he wants to go find his mom too, so he goes with them.
yep.
And so Walt and Anne are like freaking out when Hunter calls. He's like, I'm in something or another.
Some random
I don't
place.
remember. Somewhere in California. Southern California. I know that. And then his mom's like freaking out, like trying to ask him more questions, and he kind of motions over to Travis like, what do I do? And Travis is like, hang up the phone. So he just hangs it up. That part was pretty funny too.
Yeah, that was.
So they're traveling to Houston,
Yeah.
and
This is the part where Kat went off on. Like, she started yelling at the
like,
TV.
why? So Travis lets Hunter, who is a 7-year-old boy, out of the car in the middle of Houston to just go run around by himself with a walkie-talkie
At a bank.
at a bank. At a random bank that you don't even know if that's actually the bank that the lady is going to.
Yep.
Like, do you know how many banks there are in one tiny town?
There's a lot.
This is Houston. This is one of the biggest towns in Texas. I was just...
She literally went off. And
I was
like,
so mad.
I'm like,
was like-
oh, you mentioned, like, there's
I-
death row people
I think
there.
yeah, there is literally a death row prison not that far outside of Houston.
There you go. That's completely safe.
And you're just going to let a 7-year-old boy run around in Houston by himself with a walkie-talkie.
Yep.
I mean, I realize this is the 80s, but still. This is Houston.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then who they think is Jane pulls up in the car. You can't see her face. You just see her hair in a red car and like the side of her face. So they follow her. Which I was like, if that's the wrong car, you look like an idiot.
Yep. Good thing it was the right car.
Well, there ended up being 2 of them at one point.
Yeah, there's 2 of them, like, the same kind of car, same color. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But they did find the right car. So.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads them to, like, this...
A weird strip club.
Yeah. It's like a 2-way mirror.
Yeah, the one where... This is a police mirror. Is what it is.
Yeah.
The interrogation room mirror. Where all the person in the interrogation room can see is themselves and anybody in the room. But then on the other side, the police can see and listen.
Yep, 2-way mirrors.
I did not understand why that was necessary. And so Travis goes in and leaves, once again, Hunter out in the middle of Houston.
In a car.
He's like, roll up the windows and lock the door. Now you care.
She went off about that, too.
You fell asleep in the car outside the bank with him sitting at the bank, no supervision, and then now you care because you're in an alley outside a strip club.
Yeah. Exactly.
A bank is a more dangerous place because there's money, like lots of money there, and that would get robbed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, if it's Grand Theft Auto, then the strip club is more dangerous because I would just go shoot all the strippers.
Well, like, yeah. But it's in the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. And that's a video game.
That's a video game.
I would actually just go shoot everyone.
Yeah, but that's GTA.
That's kind of what you're supposed to do in that game.
Yeah, I agree. You're supposed to shoot everything.
Yeah. So eventually, he finds his wife, and she's on the other side of the mirror.
Yeah.
And how in the world she did not recognize his voice, I don't understand. She does say later, every man sounds like you. Shut up! If this was your husband for however many fucking years, you're gonna recognize their voice.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, not good writing there.
And then, so, that was the first time, and he leaves without hanging up the phone, so she's still kind of talking.
Yeah.
Thinking that he's still in there. And then he takes Hunter to a bar. Like, this is the worst father in the world.
Terrible. Terrible father.
First of all, he abandoned him. Then he came back. Then he drags him all over the country without the permission of his guardians.
Yep.
Then he leaves him alone without supervision in Houston. And then he takes him to a bar.
I'm not saying he's the best parent around. He's like way down there on the list.
And then later in the movie, he leaves him alone in Houston in a hotel room and gives
He records a message for him.
Yeah, records a message for him and gives a stripper who happens to be his mom.
Yeah. The room number.
Yeah, like.
And where the hotel is. Good parenting.
I mean, he's dressed like a father, so that works.
I mean, that's the only thing, I guess. I mean, a lot of us could dress like a father if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
We're chicks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah, he leaves a message for him. Travis goes back and tells Jane the story, even though she freaking knows it's about them.
Like, halfway through the story.
Took her a while.
I even wrote how in all caps. How did she not realize that this story was about her?
It's like, come on.
Like, are you that fucking stupid? Seriously.
I mean, if you want to be stereotypical and go with the dumb blonde thing, we can.
This is far beyond dumb blonde. Far beyond it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tells the whole story, and then they talk, and he tells her where Hunter is, and
The end.
well, she goes to Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's looking up at the hotel, I guess.
From the parking garage.
And then he leaves, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty stupid movie.
Could have been, like, way shorter. This could have easily been, like, an hour and 20 minutes. Easy.
Yeah.
Not 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it's still only half the length of our longest movie, but still,
Yeah.
it was too long.
It was too long. Yeah. Way too long.
You want to go into the music?
A lot of it was, like, guitar playing, really.
Yeah.
Wasn't much there besides him singing.
Yeah, he did sing. There wasn't really any radio music or anything. It was just a lot of, like, southern guitar.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And not like country, just...
No. Like, just,
southern.
like, simple acoustic guitar playing.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, the only thing I liked was the Las Maninitas. That's about it.
The music reminded me of The Last of Us. It's a video game.
Oh, okay. I've only seen parts of it.
It's like a zombie video game. It's really cool. It's really fun.
Yeah, my boyfriend plays it.
The music reminded me of that.
Okay, that makes sense.
But they have a lot of similarities in, like, the region. At least that got it right, though.
Yeah. That's pretty close, man.
Comparison, I don't think there was anything to compare it to.
I don't think so. I looked. Couldn't find anything.
I mean, we can compare it to Texas, and it was wrong.
Go for it.
I mean, I kind of already did that.
I know, but you can go off on rants again.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I did my rant.
Alright. Shall we do, like, the 2 pieces of trivia I have? Because there's not much.
Your one piece, because you
You pretty much took my other one. I mean, because, well, the one I had that we already said was Travis does not speak at all until about 26 minutes in to the film. And then this is the one I thought was kind of interesting. It was the favorite film of Kurt Cobain and Elliott Smith.
What the hell's wrong with them?
I was very surprised about that, too, after watching this. I'm like, really? This is your favorite movie of all time?
So, I feel like... earlier... Well, I guess it was last week at this point. We went over to a friend's house and watched a bad movie. And drank while we watched it. So, we made it a drinking game. We had never seen this movie before.
Okay.
The movie is Hurricane Heist. I recommend being drunk if you watch it. Makes it so much more entertaining.
Haven't seen it.
Make sure you're drunk. This was about as good as Hurricane Heist. But I feel like I would not enjoy it if I was drunk.
Not enjoyed this if he was drunk?
Yeah.
Maybe they were high. That's probably why they liked it.
I don't know.
I just don't. I don't know. I feel like there has to be some form of, like, substance involved that maybe like this. I don't know.
Maybe they traveled across the country after they kidnapped their child? I don't know.
Probably not. I don't know why.
I don't know. Rich people can get away with all kinds of stuff.
I don't know. Yeah.
Alright, so where it has been on the list before, prior to our list, it was only on the 2014 list at number 249. So it has moved up. People, stop voting for this movie, please. It is not that good. Please stop.
It really hasn't. I mean, so what is the number now?
Like, what is it at now?
Yeah.
244.
So it's dropped.
Yeah, it dropped a couple. Good, because it's bad.
I'm okay with that. Why is Beauty and the Beast at the bottom?
It keeps moving all over the place.
Oh, okay.
So, previously number 241, the 2010 list was Sleuth from 1972. 2012, Three Idiots from 2009. 2014, In the Mood for Love from 2000. 2016, Infernal Affairs from 2002. And now, number 241 is Annie Hall from 1977.
That's dropped. Because I know it's on our list and it's coming up in a while.
It is number 234 on our list.
There you go. So Annie Hall's dropped.
I just happened to look down and there it was.
Ta-da.
I wasn't going to look through the pages.
I know you weren't.
I'm very lazy today. It's been a long week.
I would agree with you on that.
Favorite line?
I had two.
What were they?
Well, actually, three. I have three of them. I had to look down. So one of them was
I have 3.
is 4 years a long time.
Oh, I wrote that one down too.
Yes. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling.
Oh, okay.
And my last one is a little kid saying this to his own dad. Why do you drink that stuff? It stinks.
I wrote that one down too.
Yeah.
So my other one was I can be quiet too, you know.
Yeah.
That's
So
my
which
other
one do you think?
I like the why do you drink that stuff? It stinks.
Agreed. That is like such an innocent, like, little kid thing. It's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. This is when they were at the bar and he was drinking a beer and a couple shots.
Little kid's standing at the bar with him.
Yeah.
He gets down. He's like, why do you drink that stuff? It stinks.
Yeah.
Cute line.
Alright. Our rating. What'd you think?
I am giving it a 3, only because it had less money to this in it. That's it. It had a Spanish song that I love, so that's why I got 3.
There you go.
That's the only reason.
I was gonna give it a 3, but then that ending was just so stupid. Because I wrote down the 3 before Jane went into her whole, every man sounds like you, and I talked to you for months and months, even though you weren't there. Before she started doing all that bullshit, I had already rated it because I thought it was over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 2.
Just because of that.
Yes, that lost a whole point.
I would definitely agree. I'm being, like, generous with the 3, too.
Yeah.
That's-
Because literally
That was
the
rough.
only thing that I liked was the kid, why do you drink that stuff, it stinks, and then him trying to be, like, look like a dad and the maid helping.
Yeah.
Those literally the only parts that I liked.
And him singing. That's about it.
I didn't know the song, so.
Yeah. To me, because it's been in my, like, I've been around that song, like, my entire life. So, it's close to my heart.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And next time, the movie is The Best Years of Our Lives from 1946. This is our first black and white film.
Yeah.
And I have actually seen it before.
And I haven't, so. we'll see
I didn't
how it
realize I had seen it, but I had seen it.
goes. She had. She's like, oh, I've seen it. I'm like,
Yep.
okay.
I watched it in high school in my film class.
There we go.
Yep. Alright, so we are running a contest, and we have had our first review. So now we are at the point where give us a positive review. 1 out of 10 will be selected with a random number generator to select a movie of your choice to join us. And if we don't know where you live. If you live a bit too far away, or
Yeah.
we don't actually know you, then you're gonna have to watch the movie on your own.
Yeah.
and
Sorry.
then we will figure out a way to get together to record that episode with you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And
it's
it
fine.
does have to be a written review because I can't see who put just like stars. You have to be
You have
writing
to-
it out.
Yeah, you have to write something because we do read all of it.
Yep.
All right. So, where to find us? You can find us on Twitter and Facebook, and we have an Instagram now.
Yep. Instagram.
We
as
do
of
have an Instagram.
about a couple days.
A couple days ago, so just find it on those three at Cat and Jess Talk the Best. Got our email. You can email us if you want to. Cat and Jess Talk the Best 250 at Gmail.
And if you want to email the review there, like
That works too.
copy and paste it there so that we can see. Because I'm not on every day. Very busy. So I may not see it immediately, but if you email it to me, it will, or email it to that, it will come to my phone, so I will see it as soon as you email it. So if you could just copy and paste your review into an email, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, that would be easy. So our website, we got catandjesstalkthebest.podbean.com.
And you can find us, listen at iTunes, Podbean, of course, because that's where all of the episodes are going to be at. Spotify, we are officially on there as of about a week ago.
Yay.
Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud. I'm usually pretty late at getting those episodes up. But yeah, pretty much anywhere you can find us now.
Yay.
Even YouTube. We are on YouTube.
Yay, YouTube.
And our music is by Audio Binger. Any music that we have had previously or are going to have in the future, it's all by him. He has a page on Facebook. He has a website, which I believe is just audiobinger.com. And he is on YouTube.
Lots of cool stuff on there.
Yeah. It's not really... I think he has a couple things with vocals in it, but mostly it's just instrumental.
Here we go. Got that out.
Words.
Words.
Words are not helping me today.
It's late.
Yes. I have been up for a long time.
All right.
A very long time. Okay. I think we're done.
All right.
We'll catch you next week.
Bye. She has a porg.
I do have a porg. He's so cute.